Hi. This may very well be one of the most important questions I'm going to ask you in this series about Vanishing Twin Survivor Syndrome. What is the question? The question is, have you ever or do you now find yourself with a profound longing to attract a soulmate or a twin flame relationship? Have you ever found that when you are in a relationship, either a marriage or a partnership or even a strongly developed dating situation, that instead of having you want it to remain a sexual relationship, you start to desire it to be more of a platonic connection, more of an agape kind of love, which is brotherly, sisterly love, than an eros love, which involves a full physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual coupling? If the answer to that is yes, often from earliest childhood, before you even feel enough language is in you to be able to express it at all, then you may very well be experiencing one of the symptoms of Vanishing Twin Survivor Syndrome. It's quite a phenomenon. It may very well have had a profound impact on your life up to now. In my own life, I certainly have experienced this. I remember from the time I was a very little child, I always was looking, feeling that there was someone that was going to somehow come to me in my life and bring me something that I just didn't have of myself. And yet, most of the time, I did feel like a whole person. I did feel a certain level of shyness and also self-confidence. We're interesting mixtures of introversion and extroversion. Very few people are just one or the other, introvert or extrovert. For a healthy life, of course, we want to be a beautiful balance of introvert, capable of meditating and contemplating about all manner of things. And we also want to be extroverted in the sense that we can get out there in the world and make our contribution and relate to people and love and be loved in healthy ways. Because that, of course, is part and parcel of what really gives life great meaning, what helps to create ideal interludes, as I like to call them. More and more, we want to have additional ones. And more, as we get healthier and as we shed some of the misunderstandings and the baggage of Vanishing Twin Survivor Syndrome, we can look forward to that. And what a beautiful opportunity that provides us. So, one of the things I've noticed in talking with Vanishing Twin survivors is that they find that their partner in romance can never, over time, once their own dysfunction and baggage, which almost everybody tends to bring to a relationship so that it can be healed, which is one of the spiritual purposes of having a love relationship, the Vanishing Twin survivor partner becomes disenchanted, disillusioned, often separates from the person because they realize this is not who they really wanted, this is not who they really belong with, etc., etc., etc. It, in the past, was not always a scenario for a successful, enduring relationship because of that disenchantment, because what they really were yearning for was not necessarily a romantic partner, although they may want and be open to that too. It was really all about reconnecting with the soul essence of the twin, who they felt abandoned by when the twin died in utero. Once you understand that, then you can understand also and work with yourself and speak to yourself differently and know, and this is golden nugget number 1 for today, of an action plan to help you move past this so that you are free to reconnect, reclaim that beautiful, inviolable connection with your sibling, your late sibling, who did not survive physically and does eternally survive, as we all do, I believe, in spirit, on the level of another consciousness, another plane of existence. Golden nugget number 1, realize that, again, as I've said before, you're blameless, you're innocent, now as then. Golden nugget number 2, realize that you've been doing the very best you could, and whatever effect this has had on relationships you've been with, you did nothing on purpose to harm anybody. You were doing the very best you could with what you knew at the time. Can anybody ask more of us than that? No, they cannot. Golden nugget number 3, understand that that longing comes from a place that is so primal, it's before you even had language to think about it or feel emotionally about it. And that you really and truly, now armed with this knowledge that you are a vanishing twin phenomenon survivor, can speak to that part of you if the longing starts up again or is still there. And remind that part that you're an infant, you're an embryo, you're a fetus consciousness, and you don't run the show. Your healthy, young, middle-aged, or older adult self needs to run the show. Our self-talk is critical in letting go of these old patterns. We have so much more power than we realize, and the more that we can honor that soul longing, but redirect it towards what it's really about, which is the loss of the twin, the happier and more harmonious our lives will be. And the increased likelihood will be that we can actually have enduring relationships with the love of our lives in an eros relationship that we could never fully look forward to before. This is tough stuff. This is sometimes stuff that you've lived with for 40, 50, 60 years, maybe even longer. The beautiful news is that now you're finding out, now you're armed with new information, new knowledge, and you can look back over your life to where you are right now and give thanks for each person you have been in relationship with, or the person or people you are relating to right now, in all the areas of your life, whether it's a surviving brother or sister, whether it's a precious friend who's almost like a sister or brother figure in your life. But most of all, you can go back and thank the spirit of the vanishing twin, who has been with you all along, who has traversed your whole life as a kind of guardian angel. And you can know and take comfort in that and let yourself be still in a safe and quiet place and go within and meditate on as you breathe in the light and love of spirit and you let go of any strife, any fatigue, any disquietude. And ask that beautiful spirit of your late brother or sister to let you know that they're there. Listen in that inner heart ear for signs, for symbols, for words, for visions, and know that it's really okay to feel that sense of communion with that soul essence. Your soul essence, and their soul essence coming together and satisfying that yearning, so that never again do you need to confuse, possibly, the yearning for a soulmate or twin flame with the yearning for your brother or sister. I'm Beverly Banov Brown. I hope this helps you. If you have questions about it, if you have any way that you need me to be of service to you, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me, as many as you have been doing through emails. My email address is coachhq@gmail.com. That's COACHHQ@gmail.com. And of course, you're always welcome to leave me commentaries and I hope some likes if you've enjoyed any part of this and it's been useful to you. right under the YouTube screen. Until next time, I send you love, I send you blessings, and I send you a very deep and profound sense of shared communion, of going through this phase of our lives and knowing that we're here for each other. Bye for now.